Hello one and all, this is Luckless LoveLinks, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward, as we strive and we struggled hard last time to make it to the final ending, the Phi ending, and that's really interesting to me that her ending is going to end up being the last one. I just assumed Sigma's would be the last, but who knows with this crazy game what's going to happen. Let's get the hell out of here, because I'm not gonna say I didn't like the puzzles from last time, but I was struggling real hard. I was so tired, and I was just like doing my best to get through them. But I'm really looking forward to the payoff in this episode. Let's get out of here. The door's locked. It says lock. Sigma's just got to do this every time, eh? You guys ready? I'll sit here. Go for it. Go for it. She's not very excited. Just go for it. All right. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Stop that. Jeez. Temi OG has noticed a pattern also. One more time. 3, 2, 1, 0. The final escape? If there's another room full of puzzles, I swear to God.
Huh. It opened.
We should get back to the Flore warehouse then.
Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something?
What?
You didn't hear it? It came from over there. I did. I heard like a wing. A wing. I thought that was a door opening, but I guess it wasn't. It was the hologram thing turning on. It sounds like something turning on. Oh no. Oh no. See? I told you. The screen wasn't on before.
You're right.
No,
Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
It looks like an authentication screen.
Not again.
I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. Oh, there's only one lion this time. There's 2 before. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Don't tell me I need... I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea of what to put in here. I'm trying to last time we put in the first and second gate, right? Yeah, which is like GTF, DM, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think I know what to put in. Memento Mori. Remember death if the 9th lion ate the sun. Remembering all the places where we saw the lion and the sun. Was that only, how many was, I wasn't counting. Oh, of course. This was the real 9th lion. Is this the 9th time we've seen this? But if that was the case. Oh, please let me have this right. There's one thing I can input that I've written down here. It seems important. Remember death. Okay, I actually do have to enter this. All right. I thought maybe it would just be like automatically input it. So this is what I think it is. Wait, no, that's wrong. And then the password was yes! Oh, thank God, that's it. I would have had no idea. I would have had no idea
Sigma.
otherwise.
Look!
You're...
Akane.
All right. Let's get some answers here.
Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a very long time.
Tell us, Temioji. He walked toward her. Slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away, he reached out.
She's a hologram.
Temioji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
Jumpy? He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. Is it... There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand. Now, where to begin? You probably have a great many questions.
Not really.
What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan.
Okay, we know that.
All of this was required for the success of the AB project. I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan. The Nonary Game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple.
To make everyone in the world ambidextrous.
Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
Okay. That makes sense. I didn't exactly nail that, but like... I kind of got the impression... Consciousness. Okay. What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not Temioji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is?
It's a puzzle room of torture. No. Well, no. Is it supposed to be like, I know it's like it's related to Veloz Blecko was telling me, reminding me that in 999 Q was used to confuse Ace, because it sounds like 9 or something like that, and upside down it looked like 9. It's a way to confuse him. It's part of it. It is also the name of the facility, I believe. But what this room is... No, I don't. It looks like a holodeck.
I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum. That makes this the quantum room.
Okay. It took me a moment to realize she'd changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes use the construct you refer to as Zero Junior, as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box.
Okay.
Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies. Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums like language, photographs, nonverbal cues, etc., to transmit information.
Okay.
Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome.
A rhizome. I'm not familiar with that.
Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree.
Okay.
All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another. But this isn't the case. If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk. In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions.
Okay.
Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility?
Sure.
I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Temioji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension, I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski spacetime. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In 1 dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces. Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time.
Okay.
It is on that 4th dimensional axis
So she's
our minds are connected.
a long time. Okay. Interesting.
If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project.
She talking so long, she ended the music.
The A represents after,
Damn.
and the B represents before.
That goes back to that quote, right? I was you, will be me. I wrote some other stuff down too. I was you, I will be, or whatever. And that goes back to that, the grave.
It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman.
Well, I mean, we've experienced this, right? So.
But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi?
So I guess
I know you have too.
the outstanding question is, what is it about us that makes us special that we're able to perceive this?
Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do. How could I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly, it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare.
So, I still am not really sure. I want to say that Tenmyoji is Junpei, but I'm not sure. To save a little girl, that would make sense, right? There's more though. I need
The next time
confirmation.
I can tell you the rest of the story.
I guess it's possible he's what's his name too? Santa, right?
So come and find me.
Oh God,
I'll be waiting.
you have to find her.
One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji. I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Because he's gonna send his consciousness back to save her.
Wait! Akane!
Yeah, okay. Okay. And then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. What the hell do we do now? Oh, man. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Accelavir that I'd found in the Q room. She quickly prepared it and... injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Temyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corner of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly I remembered Dio. Where had he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs.
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers.
Could I see you in a swimsuit, please, Kay?
You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Phi to see she was doing the same thing. After that, we headed back to the Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically me, Phi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Temyoji decided to remain in the infirmary just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default. Which left me, Phi, and Temyoji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Phi.
Why?
You already have 9 VP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
$15 points.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're all right with this, Sigma?
Yeah, I trust you. Man, if someone votes Betray. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
I still feel like it's just so much more. I still don't know who Temyoji is. Like, I'm probably missing like super like obvious references, and I'm sorry. It's been so long since I played 999, but it's got to be Jumpy, right? He's got to be Jumpy. It could be Santa too, though. I think both of those would make sense.
45 minutes remain
probably
until
Junpei.
Ambidex game polling closes.
Like 80%.
Oh, right.
You guys must
We
be
have to
like,
wait for the
why are you
deadline."
not getting this? I'm sorry, it's just been so long. It's been years. And my memory's not that good anyways. Okay.
Oh, well, we could vote earlier. but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
This is awkward.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
Let's just chat.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Temioji, you need to tell us more info. Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when.
Hold on. I just remembered something.
What?
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? What? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
Wait. But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
She's talking about herself.
Sigma, Phi. You will decide its fate.
Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
Huh?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
She's in the chamber? One of the chambers? Okay. What? No, that's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story.
Okay.
So come and find me.
Do you guys remember, like, the pods? There was, like, a wake-up time?
I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or it could be, like, like in another time we have to go to those pods? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Yes. Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Is that even possible? If she was, we can send ourselves to any time. Now that we're aware, maybe? What would that mean? I might be thinking about this too, like, literally, too obviously. Oh my god. A new destination has been added to the flowchart, of course. Of course. Before the game begins. Let's jump. The past. This better not be a fucking puzzle. Ugh. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow! Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? Looks like an elevator, but...
No. This is one of the AB rooms.
Gah! Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room? We've launched ourselves back. but we don't remember doing it. Does she remember?
Damn.
She does.
I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory. Okay, we get it back. Interesting how this all works. Or it's gonna be, I guess I should say it's gonna be interesting to find out how this all works. I remember. You're Phi. She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No.
Before
not
that.
quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours. 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Wait a minute. If you're right,
Yeah, Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
then
Right. We're here for one reason.
to stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. So, I'm just trying to think of, like, thinking forward a bit. Is the whole point of this to save her life? Again? Because in, like, the regular flow of time, she gets murdered? Outside of the game? If they can't complete the project? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's move. We need to get out of here fast.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Don't tell me I need
Let's
to
go.
do this fucking puzzle again. I don't... I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, right. I forgot. We have that already. Of course. I was like, God, please don't make me solve this again. Wait, should I put the secret in? Wait. Okay, I opened it. No! That's the wrong password. We need the other one to get the key. It's interesting that it's not here. It's empty. Well, we got some unique dialogue. Whoa. Star or moon star? There, it's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker? Ha! Damn, I meant key. What? Key? How the hell? Just shut up and do it. What? Why? I'm so confused. I'm sure that means something. Where am I supposed to use the key? Is it on here? For God's sake, just do it already. No need to yell. All right, good. Looks like that worked. Ready, Phi? What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1, done. Sigma made a funny. Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me. You were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Ugh. Oh man, if I had to solve that puzzle again. What if we remembered everything but the password? Fi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Akane! Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit. There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Fi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fi! What the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Freaking double leg drop kick to the head. How come she is so, like, tough? Like, how is she, like, able to jump so high and move so fast? That's the other thing. I don't really understand. Well, what the?
He's fine. Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes. That probably felt good.
He had it coming.
I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came.
Cool.
I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was gonna stab you, why were you gonna let him do it?
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered.
If I hadn't been killed by Dio... If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered.
Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested.
Okay. So out of necessity, we had to jump.
I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity.
So is the idea here that it's like we've experienced so much trauma that we've actually gone back in time?
Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens.
Okay.
It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like.
Okay, just like a slingshot. I gotta get me a slingshot.
Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Oh, because that's slow. Oh. Interesting. Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma?
I do remember.
Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed.
Okay, this is kind of cool. I like this explanation.
The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality.
Phi seemed to be aware that we were better at retaining information, so... Huh. Like, we got cybernetic arms. I wonder if we have, like, some kind of digital, like, some kind of cybernetic mind implant as well to connect this.
That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times.
Oh, to practice. Okay, that makes sense.
With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything.
Okay, that's neat. I wonder if that's true. I guess it's the same as Phi, right? Because she was... Although she couldn't really remember the bomb passwords. We had to remember it. Remember she was... I don't know. She was able to remember our name before we could, but I mean, we're talking about time and we could jump around to wherever. So we might have just caught her later on in the cycle, right?
That is why we made you play the AB game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand. But all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Phi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact. Oh, it makes total sense. I mean, it does. I understand. I understand her explanation.
Yes.
Right? But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Phi, so have you. I guess if you like, if you kind of like look, if you believe in like multiple dimensions and multiple timelines, we've all died in every single way possible, right? So it's like, what does it matter? So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You are all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Oh my god.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Are they setting up the sequel? Please no. Bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
Logomorph?
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr.
What?
His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
No! Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in.
Okay.
If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. The key to that frickin' grave. It was a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was.
Is that what I wrote down? What did Google Translate say? I was you, I will be.
What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait! I still... A new destination has been added to the flowchart. Oh, good God. This game's gonna end like a million times, isn't it? What does it say? AB game round 3 ally. Oh, I see. We're going back. It's not connected though. There's no, okay, I see. There's no way to get there unless we had jumped back to here. It's, I wonder if there shouldn't be a connection from there to it. But we couldn't possibly get here without jumping. Like these lines are supposed to be regular time, right? It's kind of cool how I like how they've integrated time into this. Like it's the theming matches the gameplay by them doing this, right? Like you don't appreciate it when you first see this. Now that we've got the explanation, it makes sense. These lines are time passing. And the only way that we can make it from here to like over to here is by jumping. Well, it's not the only way. We could also do it by just going through the passage of time. Very cool. Is Temioji jumpy? Santa? I think jumpy. Wouldn't that be neat? We've been playing with Junpei the whole time. We kind of surmised that, I guess, but I could be totally wrong. I might be totally wrong. We'll see on the next one, because I'm going to wrap up this one here. This is Luckless LoveLinks signing off for now. See you then. I guess we're going to finish it then. I can't keep recording tonight. I'm so tired. So tired. I'm trying to maintain the one episode per day and streaming a lot and living my life and all that stuff, and it's taken a little bit of a toll, but I'm really enjoying pushing myself. This is the most active I've been on the channel and on stream in a while, so it feels good. I'll see you on the next one, and I love you all.